Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like something's missing. I feel like it looks very empty. Am I missing something? I don't know. Anyway, hi. Welcome back to my channel. So today, it's a special Sunday upload because I don't upload on Sundays anymore. But you know what? I felt it in my spirit. God spoke to me. Let me not play. Anyway, I'm uploading on a Sunday because I felt like it. And today we are doing a Grey's Anatomy character tier list. I'm only doing the first 6 seasons because, as you guys know, Grey's Anatomy is a show that will never die. I think it's currently on season 18 and I just don't have time. First of all, because I'm currently rewatching the show and I'm like smack dab in the middle of season 6 right now. So I feel like it's a perfect time to do a tier list of the first 6 seasons. Then also I'm like 2 seasons behind the regular show. I think I last saw season 15, so I'm like catching up by watching the whole thing over. So I'm gonna do just the first 6 seasons, then we'll probably do like 7 through 12. And then we'll do 13 through 18 or whatever. So yeah, I have my tier list here. Let me go ahead and start the screen recording. Oh my God, I'm like not ready. Oh yeah, oh my God, I forgot. Before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. You already know subscribing is free as hell. I mean, I say it all the time. At this point, I'm tired of repeating myself. Just go ahead and subscribe or I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. Oh my God, if you've seen Euphoria, that scene when Maddie's in the in the freaking like, what do you call it? Like the interrogation room in the police station. She said something, I will fight you. I don't know, the way she said that is so funny.
If you literally step any closer, I will fight you.
Anyway, let's go ahead and start. All right, so we have our tier list here. We have a couple different categories. We have I stand, lovely, they're okay, and then trash. And then I have ignore because I didn't really feel like making my own, so I just found one. And all of these characters that's down here are people that have not been on the show yet, so ignore them for now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We don't want this to be too long because you already know how I is. You already know how my mouth be. I just be going off. So let's start. Addison Montgomery. We are gonna put her in I stand. Oh my God. I stand, period. Addison, I feel like she really got the short end of the stick. She came at the end of season 1. It was like, you're the one that was screwing my husband. And like, she spent all of season 2 trying to get Derek back, which God knows why, because Derek is not a catch. Oh, by the way, I am only talking about the characters from seasons 1 through 6, but I am gonna be kind of talking about like their entire time on the show, even if they've gone past season 6. So I guess this is a spoiler, whatever. If you haven't seen Grey's, I am almost positive you're not gonna watch it. She spent most of season 2 trying to fight for Derek. He chose her, and then he was still like trying to talk to him. Oh, I cannot stand Derek. Anyway, we're not even talking about him, we're talking about Addison. I like Addison. Not enough to watch Private Practice. Like, I watched a couple episodes of that and I couldn't really get into it. Maybe I'll try again. But at the end of the day, we stand. And like I said, I am behind on current Grey's, but I did watch the episode, oh my God. I did watch the episode that she was recently on the new season, just because, like, why wouldn't I? It's Addison freaking Montgomery. Period. Next, we have Arizona. And Arizona, I am gonna put her in lovely. And the only reason I won't put her in I stand is because I did not like the way she treated Callie after the plane crash. Like, she was so mad at Callie for deciding to chop off her leg when literally, like, she was gonna die. Like, it was either chop off her leg or die. And Callie had to make that tough choice. She resented her for that for a really long time. And it really bothered me because I'm like, girl, you're gonna die. Like, I don't understand. Like, she was like, oh my God, I need my legs. Yeah, of course you need your legs. Your leg, you have one leg, you can, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna get mad. But like, I felt bad for her, but I'm like, girl, get over it. But yeah, I really do like Arizona, and I was on her side with the custody battle between her and Callie and her daughter, because how Callie gonna decide she want to move to New York with some chick she only known for like 6 months and take the daughter with her? Like, girl, no. I was on her side with that. But yeah, Arizona, cool peeps. I like her. I don't stand, but I love her. She's lovely. Miranda Bailey. I'm gonna put her in lovely as well. I don't stand Bailey. Sometimes she does too much, especially in the early seasons. She softens up. Like, she's a lot softer now, but I don't know. I just feel like she hasn't really had, like, she's been on the show since the first season, but I still feel like she hasn't really had her moment, you know? Like, I mean, she did become the chief of surgery, which is like the top dog. But like, she's always just like, I don't know. It's whenever they need like a sassy black woman, that's when Bailey comes in. And I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but I do like Bailey at the end of the day. I guess this is bokhee. We're gonna put her in Stan because she's been in every season. She's probably only had like one line, and she's just a legend. And she is the moment. Come on now. I don't even know why this guy's here. I'm gonna put him in trash just because he was only in like 2 episodes. I think his name was Dylan. He was the bomb squad guy from that 2nd season where Meredith put her hand inside that guy's body that had like a bazooka in it. My phone just went off. Money calling. Yeah, I don't even know why he's there because he was only in 2 episodes, but the 2 episodes he was in, he was just,
I'm a man and you're gonna shut your mouth. I know what I'm doing and you're gonna get the
I don't do well with the macho man. Like, I don't care. Preston Burke. Ugh. Do I want to put him in trash? Yeah, he's not a good character. I don't like Burke at all. I'm deciding between trash and because, like, overall he was a bad character. But he put up with a lot of Cristina shit. And we'll get to Cristina later, but like Cristina in the early seasons, oh, she was a lot. He did put up with a lot of her crap, but at the end of the day, Preston Burke was not a great man. So we're gonna put him in trash. Denny Duquette, I mean, he had a whole season arc and really seasons. I'm gonna put him in there okay because like he was really just there for Izzy. I didn't really care too much about his whole story in season 2, the cutting of the LVAD, like that was like the major thing, and it was like, oh my god, like Izzy was kind of doing a lot. She should have been fired then, but like then he came back when she, like before she knew she had cancer, she was like seeing him and like having sex with him. That was so weird. Diddy overall is okay. I kind of had a crush on him when I was watching the first time, low-key. I thought he was cute. And then when he ended up going on The Walking Dead, I was like, oh my god, I stand Negan, even though he was a bad guy. But anyway, he's okay. Derek Shepherd trash, and I don't care. I might get hate, but I don't give a fuck. If you want to fight me over my opinion on Derek Shepherd, come see me. Slide in my DMs, post an address, and I will meet you there, and we can fight, because Derek Shepherd is not a good man. Have you watched the show? Tell me, have you really watched Grey's Anatomy? Besides the whole love story, and even that, he did a lot of fucked up shit to Meredith. Like, and the way he would talk to her sometimes, I'm just like, ugh. And the fact that he chose his wife, when Meredith did that whole
pick me, choose me, love me,
and he picked his wife. And then at that moment, that would have been me being like, okay, I'm done with Derek Shepherd. I don't even see how Meredith went back. But Derek is so bad. And I'm like in this point of the show right now, I'm like in the middle of season 6, and he's kind of like having this cold war between him and Chief Weber, because like, he's about to be the chief, if you haven't watched the show. He becomes the chief towards the end of season 6. But he's like kind of fighting with Richard. And like, he just has this god complex, and like, he just feels like he's just this big man, and he's just so smart. And the way he talks, I hate when he does this thing. Like, if you watch Grey's, you know what I mean. When he gets like mad or upset, or like, not even mad, but like, he does this thing where like, he talks really low and fast. He be like, Meredith, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to stop. You need to stop that right now, because you don't know what you're doing. And like, you know what I'm talking about. I hate when he does that. And I don't think I've gotten to the part where Meredith messes with his clinical trial, but the way he treated her after that, oh my god, I wanted to smack him. At the end of the day, Derek Shepherd is not a great man, and if you want to fight me about it, you can. I don't really care. I will nuck if I'm feeling buck. Period. Next, we got Erica Hahn. She was trash too. She was really annoying. Like, really annoying. And like, they really tried to make us care about her and Callie. I didn't care because Erica was annoying. She was a hard ass for no reason. I know Cristina Yang could be a lot, but she was still doing too much. And then the fact that she like just left. She just left because she found out about Izzy cutting the LVAD wire. And she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to the board. Because if you remember, she was working at the other hospital where she pretty much got the heart stolen by Seattle Grace because of Izzy cutting the wire. So when she found out, she was like, I'm gonna report Izzy and blah blah blah. And Callie actually came to Izzy's defense. I was really shocked because if you guys remember, Callie and Izzy didn't like each other because they both had this thing for George. But she came to her defense. She was like, oh yeah, we
sit together here, bro. If you go to the board, we're gonna knock your ass out, cuz.
She didn't do all that, but like, she pretty much like, do you really want to do that? And then Erica just left. So yeah, trash. Next we have Finn, and I'm gonna put him in Lovely just because I feel like him and Meredith could have made a cute couple. But Derek was there just being annoying, and I mean, Finn didn't really have a lot. I'm just gonna put him up there because I hate Derek so much. George O'Malley. Do I want to put him in Lovely or I stand? I want to put him in Lovely. I don't know if I stand because I loved his transformation before he died. Spoiler alert. George dies at the end of season 5, and I love his transformation. Like, the first couple of seasons, he was kind of this awkward kind of guy, couldn't really get his words out with girls. And like, I feel like it was like season 3 because that's when he starts dating Callie. They end up getting married. And then Izzy comes along. And then Lexie comes in the end of season 3. Like, she likes him. Like, everyone was so jealous of George. Even after he died. Like, I remember Mark was talking to Lexie, I think. And he was like, what did George have that I don't? Like, he had Stevens, Torres, even you, Lexie. Like, what was it about George? Like, he really pulled all the hotties. And people were jealous. Even Alex, after George died, Izzy was like, who was also dealing with cancer at this time. Like, literally, George died and Izzy had cancer. They almost died at the same day. And Izzy was like, I miss George. Like, I woke up this morning, wanted to talk to him because I miss him. He was my friend. And Alex was like,
George is dead. Why do you want to talk to him? Why do you miss him?
I'm like, oh my god. Alex has always been jealous of George. Alex is George's biggest hater. Ever since the heart in the elevator, he's been a hater. No matter how they try to make them like get along. No, Alex is a hater. Anyway, I like George. I don't stand, but I love him. Izzy Stevens, I'm gonna put her in, I mean, character-wise, she's not the best. Story-wise and like acting-wise, she did a really good job on the show. I think she's one of the few people to win an Emmy from this show. And it kind of shows. Her season 4 arc with the whole hallucinations and Denny was weird. I think the whole controversy about her leaving the show was because she didn't submit anything from, I want to say it was season 4. Or was it season 5? It was one of those seasons. She didn't submit for the Emmys because she was like, I felt like my character didn't really have anything worth submitting and I didn't really like the story. And I want to say it was season 4 because that was weird. But overall, I really do like Izzy and I really wanted her to come back in the newer seasons because I felt like she still could have brought so much, even though I knew for a fact she wouldn't because Shonda, Captain Heigl, they don't see eye to eye. And even though Shonda doesn't really work for the show no more, she still like owns it, I guess. But I still felt like she could have brought something because Alex was still there, Meredith was still there, Bailey's still there. Like, people from the original seasons were still there. So I feel like her coming back would have brought so much drama. We got her endgame and pretty much she had kids. Alex's kids, which, girl, anyway, we don't care about that. But yeah, I like Izzy. Jackson Avery, I'm going to put him in They're Okay. Just because, first of all, fine. Like wine. I feel like he's a good mix of Mark Sloan and Derek Shepherd, which is why he's in the middle because, spoiler alert, I stand Mark. So he's probably gonna go in this top part. And you see Derek is at the bottom. So he's like right in the middle. I feel like he's a good mix, not a good mix, but like just a mix of them both because I feel like he's good looking and has like a way with the ladies like Mark, but then he can have this like superior god complex like Shepherd does, and it's really like a turnoff. So I like Jackson. His love story with April was kind of, I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of those long time on and off relationships. I'm just like, girl, I'm tired. Either y'all gonna break up or y'all gonna get together. And he's not on the show anymore. I haven't, like I said, I'm seasons behind, but apparently he's not on the show anymore. He quit. So I think he goes back with April though. Not sure. But yeah. Jackson overall, he's okay. Alex Karev, I'm gonna put him in because I don't think he's trash, but he's not people love Alex. People love Derek. I don't like those big macho men who just feel like they just are on top of the world. Like nobody can touch them. And then Alex has anger issues. And like, I can't deal with that. The way he talks to people throughout the entire show really just bothers me. Like, if I was on the show and Alex raised his voice at me, we would have to square up. Like, it was one season. I can't remember. It was one part. It was Izzy and Alex. And Izzy was trying to get Alex. If you remember, I think it was season 2 or season 3 when that girl came in from the ferry boat accident and she couldn't remember anything and she got this face transplant, but she actually did remember stuff and she was kind of crazy and Alex was like in love with her. And like, Izzy was trying to tell her like, yo, because the girl was saying that she was pregnant when she wasn't. And Izzy was just like, Alex, there's something wrong with her. Like, she's talking about she's pregnant, she's not. And she's, just crazy. Like, you need to get her some help, blah, blah, blah. And, like, Alex called her a bitch. Like, He was like,
I don't need any help, you stupid bitch.
and ever since then, I was like, girl, nope. Nope. Didn't think so. I just don't like Alex. I don't like Alex. I could put him in trash. No, we'll leave him in. No, we'll put him in trash because the way he left the show was weird. And a lot of people are mad at the Grey's writers because the way they wrote him off was kind of weird and like didn't make sense. But apparently his actor, like the actor who plays him, like quit the show like on a whim. Like he didn't give them any like kind of heads up. So they didn't really have time to like write a full season arc or whatever. Like they had to do it in a couple episodes. And it's not really the writer's fault in this case. Y'all want to blame somebody, blame him. Period. April Kepner. I like April. I'm gonna put her in lovely. I think she's lovely. At the point that I met in my rewatch, she was fired, if you guys remember, because she was one of the Mercy West residents that not transferred, they merged together. Her and Jackson, and like two others who's not on this list. Reed and Percy. If I was to put them in this list, I'll probably put Reed in the okay and Percy in eh. But anyway, they're not on this list, I don't think. But April came with Mercy West, and she was, you know, cute little Christian girl. And she like had a nice little transformation. And like I said, her love story with Jackson is annoying to an extent. Like it's cute, but annoying at the same time. Like, girl, get together or not. She had that baby and named it Harriet. I should knock her down a space because why did you name that baby Harriet? No, Harriet Tubman, she's a legend. She's a icon. She's a historical figure. But naming someone Harriet in like what year was that? 2017? Girl. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think she's lovely. Lexie Grey, I stan. Lexie Grey is my favorite character, hands down. I love me some Lex. I love Lexie. I don't think there's a bad thing I can say about her. I just feel like she is me. I feel like if I was a Grey's character, I would be Lexie. And I feel like they don't do a good job at it, but like the way she stutters on her words is comforting. Because a lot of the times these doctors are in the show and they're just like speaking a million miles a minute and they can never mess up. But she gets flustered sometimes and she stutters. And like, I just feel like that's realistic. Like, not everybody can just talk like that. Like, you watch my videos. I always fuck up. And if I don't fuck up, it's because I cut it out. I edited it out. Like, we're not robots. We're humans. But yeah, I love me some Lexie. I feel like the story with her and Meredith was done very well. A lot better than the Maggie. Like, the mysterious sister coming. Like, oh, I do not like the way they did Maggie's. But Lexie's made sense. And I didn't realize it until I did my rewatch, but they talked about her a lot before she actually was on the show. But yeah, I love me some Lexie Grey. I stan. Meredith Grey. You would think because she's the main character that you would have her nice stand. But I don't stan Meredith, but I do like Meredith. So I'm going to put her in lovely because... Oh, no, lovely. Because, I mean, Homegirl's been through a lot. A lot. And, like, I could really go on about everything she's been through, but we will be here for, like, 3 hours. But at the end of the day, I think she's a fine lead character. I don't think she's bad at all. I feel like I should talk more about her. But, like, I feel like if I start talking about a lot of stuff that's happened to her, I will be here all day. So I'm trying not to. What's, like, the biggest storyline for her? I guess Derek's death. I mean, she almost died, like, twice. 3 times. I'm going to cut all that out. Anyway, at the end of the day, Meredith is a fine lead character. Fine, fine, fine. A lovely, even, because look at the category name. Owen Hunt, I don't really care. I don't really care. I really don't have nothing to say. I don't like his relationship with Cristina. I didn't really care about his relationship with Amelia, so... Or Teddy. No. Mark Sloan's... I love Mark. Mark, I love. If you watch my Euphoria series, then you already know he's on Euphoria as Nate's dad. Kind of a creepy guy. But him and Grace, top tier. And like a lot of people would be like, oh, he's just like Derek though. No, he's not. He is not like Derek. Yes, he's kind of a man whore. Yes, sometimes he's inappropriate with like the sexual jokes. But isn't all good fun? That would sound bad out of context. But no, Mark, he's innocent. Like, no what? He's not him. No. I love Mark. Okay? I love Mark. Probably I don't love him as much as Lexie, but I love them two together. They're my 2 favorite characters. And them together was great. And the fact that they died at the same time, pretty much. I mean, Lexie died at the plane crash, but he died like a month later. And that's why the hospital is now known as Gray Sloan Memorial. Rest in peace, my niggas. Rest in peace, my niggas. Anyway, we're gonna speed through Teddy because honestly, I don't really remember a lot of her major storylines. I think the one that I just remember is her falling for that one patient and then he died. I'm gonna put her with Owen because I just feel like perfect match. Callie Torres. I like Callie. I don't stand, but I love Callie. I think her transformation was interesting as well. I don't know why they try to make it seem like she was into guys. I don't know. Her and George it just never clicked for me. It was just never there for me. I just never saw it. But her and Arizona made sense and I liked them together, even though they had a lot of ups and downs. And like I said, the way that she tried to go to New York with some hoochie, with some whore that she met 6 months ago with her daughter with her, taking them to New York? Following that girl in New York with your daughter? You thought that Arizona was gonna be cool with it? To go to New York with her daughter? Let me stop. Anyway, that was stupid. But other than that, I like Callie. I don't like that musical episode. Ah! I hate it. I hate it so much. And she was like the star of the episode, singing. After she got in a car accident while she was pregnant. They really made that episode a musical. Anyway, next we have Richard Repper, and he's not the best. I'm blaming Daryl K because, y'all, they gave Richard so much hell as Chief. Like, when he was Chief, they gave him so much hell. Like, he used to talk to him any kind of way. Oh my God, especially Derek. Oh my God, like, I would not want to be Chief in this hospital because these doctors have no respect. None. They were talking to him crazy. But at the end of the day, Weber wasn't that great of a Chief. You know, he's old. He kind of lost his touch. He didn't have a hold on people. And like, that's why everybody who's been Chief, they get it. Like, people would want to be Chief, but then they'll get it and they'll be like, oh, this ain't really worth it. Like, if you remember the earlier seasons when Weber was first about to like step down, it was like Mark, Derek, Burke, and Addison. They were all trying to like become a new Chief. And like, Derek actually became Chief and then he quit. And Mark actually was Chief for a little bit. And then he was like, no, this ain't for me. Owen was Chief for a little bit. He was like, can't do that. But Bailey's Chief now. She's been Chief for a minute. Maybe she like that. I don't know. But yeah, Chief is not what I want to be. But at the end of the day, Richard, he was okay. Cristina Yang. I don't stand Cristina, but I like Cristina. And I had to grow to love her because I feel like her first couple seasons, unbearable. Unbearable. I feel like I like her a lot when she's not dealing with men. So like, I did not like her relationship with Burke. I did not like her relationship with Owen. Like, I feel like she just became, no, I just could not. She's one of those people who loves her work and should only do that. Like, she didn't want to have kids. She didn't really want to be married. Like, she wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to cut. And like, the point that I'm at in my rewatch, she hasn't really been doing a lot of surgeries because first, a lot of people didn't want to work with her because she was just annoying. And two, once the merger happened, they just had so many people. So like, it was kind of hard to get surgeries. And like, she was just literally like shaking. She was like, I need to cut something. She loves her job. And I wish I could say the same. I hate my job. But at the end of the day, I think she's lovely. I don't stand. There's only a few people I stand. And they're at the top of this list. Lexie Gray, Mark Sloan, Addison Montgomery, bokhee. I really hope that's her. I think that's her. But yeah, that is it for this tier list. I didn't really go too in depth. I really wish I would have took notes. Because if I would have took notes while I've been rewatching, you will be here probably for 12 hours. And honestly, I don't have time for that because it's like 6 p.m. I have to work at 4 in the morning. So I need to like eat and like go to sleep. Yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. All that good motherfucking stuff. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at unusuallyeric. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.